Hi, welcome to Miss Amy's Creations. I am making Pfeffernusse cookies. I remember these from my grandmother making them. So what I'm going to tell you first is what all you need. In here is a 1/4 cup of butter, a 1/4 cup of molasses, and 3 tablespoons of honey. So in a minute, I'm going to take this to the stove and get it all melted together. Now, you also need 1 egg, a teaspoon of anise extract. You will need, it's just a 1/4 cup of white sugar, or 1/3 cup, sorry, 1/3 cup white sugar, 1/4 cup brown sugar. Now, here is the main thing. I had to make a little chart to make sure I give you everything correctly. I have 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 1/4 teaspoons of cinnamon, 3/4 of a teaspoon of nutmeg, a 1/2 teaspoon of allspice, a 1/2 teaspoon of cloves, and this is a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, and a 1/4 teaspoon of ginger, and then you just need a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now, this also calls for cardamom. Now, I do not have any today, so that is why there is an extra 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon and an extra 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. If you have cardamom, you just take out those 2/4 amounts and add 1 teaspoon of the cardamom. Also, you need 2 cups of flour and a large mixing bowl. So, when I've got this heated and melted, I will be back with you. Okay, this is our molasses, honey, and butter mixed together. So now we're going to let this cool enough that we can add our egg to it and not cook our egg. But it didn't take a lot of heat. So we'll let that cool. And then I'll be back. Okay, this is pretty much cool, but I am going to slowly add it right into the egg and mix it. I want to get it all. And then also to this, we add our 1 teaspoon of anise extract. So that is our liquids. So now we can start on our flours and things. So we are going to sift this all together into a large bowl. So I'm going to add about 1/2 of my flour, about half. Well, I can add the sugar. I'm going to start that a little, and then we're going to add all of our spices into this. So we're just going to sift these together to make sure that these spices get combined with our flour. Okay, I'm just going to put those. That's just clumps of brown sugar. They're a little harder to get through. And we'll go ahead and sift the rest of the flour on. that is all you do for this part. Now, to this, we will add our liquid.
Slide it over here so it can be seen.
There we go. Okay. So I'm going to give this a little toss. And then we are going to add all of this liquid in. And of course, like any other cookie, you just get this stirred in well. Now that is all the ingredients, and the funny thing is that most of this is spice. So this will be a thick dough, and once you have it all combined, you're going to take this and wrap it in plastic wrap and refrigerate this for 2 to 3 hours. So, you just get it combined, and then we'll be back. Okay, I did end up using my hand to compress this all together because that molasses is such a thick thing. So I am going to just kind of compress this a little more and wrap it well. And it will be ready for the refrigerator. Okay, our cookie dough has chilled for about 3 hours, and all I'm going to do is make about 1-inch balls. Now while you're doing this, you're going to preheat your oven to 325, and these do not spread real far or real big, so you can put quite a few on a tray. But my system is I always put just enough on the tray and not too close for the first batch. Just a little hint. Then after the first ones have baked, then you know exactly how much your dough is going to spread. So you can tell how many you can put on tray. But we are going to fill our tray and bake these for 12 to 13 minutes. And once they're done, you're going to need a small bowl of powdered sugar ready. That you will roll them in once they have cooled. So that is the system of making your Pfeffernusse cookies. So, after I've got some baked and cooled, I will come back to you and we will see what they look like. Okay, these have cooled. All we're going to do is roll them in some powdered sugar, and my husband's hand is out waiting for it.
That's good.
So this is how you make a traditional Pfeffernusse cookie. Well, thank you for joining me at Miss Amy's Creations to make these wonderful Pfeffernusse cookies. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification, and leave me a comment. Let me know if there's your favorite cookies are.